Welcome to Unlapped, an ESPN F1 show. I'm Katie George. He's Lawrence Edmondson. It's just the two of us this week, Lawrence, so we're going to dive right in. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, like this video, leave us a comment on what you want to hear more of, and don't forget to subscribe to ESPN for more F1 content. If you're listening, of course, hit us with a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Quick bit of news before we dive into Monza. Let's start with Alex Albon, Lawrence. Unfortunately, he had appendicitis on Saturday, was rushed to the hospital, and then has had a lot of complications since, but we've heard some good news and he should be home on Tuesday. What's the latest that you're hearing about Alex?
So it does sound like he's making a recovery, but yeah, it was very concerning. He went in with appendicitis on Saturday morning. It's quite rare we see that a driver just pull out of a race midway through a weekend, but he had to do it. He had appendicitis. It's really quite nasty. It's quite serious. It required some surgery, and then there was complications during the surgery, after the surgery, and he had to go into intensive care overnight. We didn't know that at the time, so the race kind of went ahead and no one was really aware of it. And then Williams, fortunately, by Monday, Alex was feeling much better and Williams was able to give us that good news. And remarkably, despite all this, all these hits to his system, he's planning to get back in the car in Singapore, which is physically one of the toughest races on the calendar, if not the toughest. So it shows you how incredibly fit these guys are. But yeah, I mean, best wishes to Alex for a speedy recovery, because all of that sounded pretty nasty.
Yeah, luckily for him, he's got time on his side. It's not like he's got a back-to-back where he's trying to get ready for a race this weekend. But Singapore is on October 2nd, as you mentioned, a very hot, humid race. I have never personally been there, but you say that the elements can be pretty tricky for these drivers, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, they sweat bucket loads. They lose liters of sweat, and and they really have to worry about that. They have to cool their core temperature down before. They have to take on lots of fluids. They sometimes do training beforehand in saunas and stuff like that. I've heard stories of drivers taking it to extremes like that just to prepare themselves for it, because you step off the plane in Singapore and it just hits you. It's humidity. You're so close to the equator, so muggy. It's unlike anywhere else they race at the moment. They used to race in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, which also very close to the equator. That was a day race. That really was hard work for them. But yeah, even Singapore's a night race. It's a tough one. So yeah, best of luck to Alex, because it's not just about being fit the day before the race. It's also about making sure you're getting all that essential training to make sure that your mind is working 100% throughout that race, because it's a long one as well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.